Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today on my kombucha channel. My name is Liz. I usually talk about kombucha, however, sometimes I talk about things like feelings, which is what I'm going to do today. And today's video is actually about my experience with body dysmorphia. If you've never heard of body dysmorphia, I thought I knew what it was, and then I looked it up the other night. And this body dysmorphia is actually considered a mental disorder where one can't stop thinking about one or more perceived defects or flaws in their appearance. A flaw that other people think is minor or they don't see at all. It may make you feel ashamed, anxious so that you avoid social situations. And it can cause significant stress and ability to function. So I first realized I had body dysmorphia, but I didn't know what it was called. Around when I was 28. I had just met a new friend who I'm still great friends with. We worked together, so on our breaks and lunches we would hang out and just talk about food, exercise, and life in general. And it had occurred to me that when I looked back to when I was 18 or 20 or whenever, anywhere back in my life, when I looked back at myself in pictures, I said, wow, that's not what I remember looking like. I remember being so obsessed, feeling that I was fat. And I kind of just hate that word. I wish it could just be like removed from the vocabulary completely, unless it's PHAT, because that is still cool and fun to say. Well, when I realized this, I thought to myself, wow, I have a problem. I don't think that what I'm seeing with my eyes is what is actually going on. It's almost like my brain is tricking me and showing me something else. So that right there was a major changing point for me. And I'm sorry, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. I don't have any real recommendations for what you can do to get over this mental disorder. But I'm sharing it because I'm hoping that maybe it will give you some ideas or inspire you some way, shape, or form to get help or work on your body dysmorphia. So once I realized that there was a problem, I was like, all right, I need to keep myself in check. So, and mostly for me, it was like my stomach. I always felt like I was really fat in my stomach. So I went through some old pictures that I'm going to show you guys on the screen. Here's one of me and my aunt on the beach. What? Fat? That picture, I think I was 23. Okay, here's another picture of me. I was 18. My family was having a party for me because I was moving to Arizona, all the way across the country, by myself. I don't see any problems. I mean, I see a beautiful young lady there. I don't see a stomach at all. I'm gonna put up another picture of me and my mom in Tucson, Arizona when I was 18 years old. And while I'm standing a little awkward and my hair's blowing crazy, I see a great shaped body, maybe a little bit on the thicker side, definitely not skinny, but definitely not fat. And what I see now, it looks pretty good to me. So I showed you those to show you that back then when I look at these pictures, I remember having those pictures taken and I just felt so incredibly fat. I didn't want to get my picture taken. I didn't want to stand like that. I just felt so uncomfortable. And it's really a shame how much of my life I wasted on that. I remember going somewhere, or we were going to go somewhere, and all I could think about was, oh my God, I'm so fat, I'm so fat. And then I would say, am I fat? Am I fat? Am I fat? First of all, how annoying is that? Second of all, even if I was, what does that matter? That has no bearing on my worth. It has no bearing on my awesome personality. It has no bearing on if I'm worthy of love or not, which I am, and so are you, by the way. So when I realized this at age 28, it helped me a lot to say, I wasted so much of my life with this, I'm not wasting any more. Recently, and I think it was about 5 or 6 months ago, it was in the wintertime, I was stressed out about something that I shouldn't have even been stressing about because it never happened. And but thinking about the future, not being present, because I didn't really know what that meant at the time. So I was walking around stressing in the house, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I saw with my eyes my body got bigger. It just appeared bigger. I could see it getting bigger. So I put my head down and I closed my eyes and I took a few breaths and I talked to myself to say that it's a lie. That's not really what's going on. I don't know what part of the brain this comes from. I don't understand or know any of that. But I do know it's a lie. It's a nasty little lie. That's my story, and I don't really have problems with it now. I mean, sometimes I might slip back to it, and instead of putting myself down, I praise myself. My body's strong. I can do all kinds of cool yoga, lift weights, run around, and this body has done so much for me. And that's what I do now. I give it appreciation. And there's times I've spent with myself where I have apologized to my body for being so mean to it. When I was putting it down because I felt fat, I didn't appreciate it. And yeah, I was young, but still it got me to 18, 19 years old. That's a pretty big feat if you ask me. I mean, just being born is amazing. So if it's something you're struggling with, one of the things I could suggest is to just take a step back from what it looks like and appreciate what it's done for you. No matter what your age, it's gotten you here. Think of all the things that happen to your body just in one day. First of all, your cells are constantly regenerated. I even read or saw a video where it said that 3 years you're basically a new person because every single cell in your body has regenerated. That's incredible. You consume food and then your body pulls the nutrients out, and that helps your body in millions of different ways. And then you secrete what's not good, and you can get up and walk or run, or maybe you can't get up and walk or run because you have a disability. But think about all the other things that it does for you, and that you're here right now with me watching this video. That is incredible. So after I've spent time apologizing to my body, I also try and thank it every day. And I do this usually in the shower, because what else are you going to do? Start from my head and I go all the way down. And I will try and touch the area, even to my elbows and my wrists and my fingers. And then I give thanks to what's inside. And there's so many body parts inside. I don't know what they are, but I just thank them and let them know that I appreciate it. And I really feel that a lot of these issues come from a place of just not feeling like you're good enough. I don't really know what set me off when I was younger, when I was a teenager. Some of the people I hung out with had these tiny little bodies and would wear these little halter tops, and they looked so cool, and I wanted that, and it just didn't look right on my body, which is okay. And I think that I just tried to be someone that I wasn't. And then once I have accepted myself through the years, a lot most recently, it's changed a lot of different things. I have a completely different outlook on life. Totally random and unrelated, but have you ever burned Palo Santo? Wow, this stuff is amazing. I think it comes in essential oil too. A friend of mine, Michelle Duquet, did a video where she talked about it, and this stuff smells so good. I've been burning it all day. I believe that's all I have to share about this. I think it boils down to we need to love ourselves. And instead of thinking, it's like your day. As you go through your day, do you think you're going to have a good day if you focus on all the negative and things that are wrong or bad? Or what if you think about all the wonderful things that there are, and all the great things and all the possibilities that can happen? And if your day is just total crap and things are going wrong, that's okay, because you're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be a new day. And in a way, I think we need to apply this to our bodies, in that don't look at the bad. I mean, I could pick myself apart, but so what? What's that going to do? How is that going to help me? How is that going to serve me? It's not. How is it going to serve my family? So if you don't want to do it for yourself, most of us love our families, even if we're not so crazy about ourselves, then do it for your family, especially with children. We can fool our friends, we can fool coworkers, we could even fool our spouse, but you're not going to fool your kids. Children see everything. Even if you think they're not paying attention to you and they're playing with their toys or watching TV, they are constantly watching us. So if we're constantly in the mirror looking at our stomach, or maybe our nose, or whatever part it is, because it can be any part of your body where you have dysmorphia, they're going to see it and they're going to know. And what happens with children when they grow up? They learn by watching their parents or whoever is mostly in their life, and that's us. I don't want to pass this down to my girls or my boys. So I need to appreciate what I have and be proud of it. And I am, and I hope that you are too. If you would like to talk with me but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to contact me on Instagram. I'll leave a link to my Instagram. I'm not sure what this video is going to do for anyone else. I just felt really compelled to share this with everyone. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. The next video I'm going to do is about my experience with binge eating and how I have recently overcame that.